out the window, and who should I see but several little guys. Then I see them come into my room, and they take me outside. And we floated up to some type of craft. David Huggins. I'm 72 years old, and I live in Hoboken, New Jersey. My childhood was strange to a certain extent. I was seeing things, and my parents didn't. Nobody in my family seemed to see what I was seeing. Come with me. And we go into another room filled with babies. And I'm looking at them, and I say, oh my God, whose babies are these? He points to me. I wasn't so much as creeped out as I was surprised. Back to the house. I'm looking through the book, and there is this chapter, Other Women, Other Men. And I start reading it. I go, oh my God, this is the woman I never told anyone about. As I was reading it, memory upon memory come flooding back. It was just like image upon image upon image. It wouldn't stop. Yep. So, I was thinking of the time I was abducted by aliens. Well, this one alien, he looks a little sad. I say, hey, what's your deal? And he says to me, well, I'm for
that come of the errors of men.
like being. It resembled like a prey. The next encounter, I went out to the barn to get I think it was a baseball or something like that. And I heard a noise on the other side of the barn. And I go take a look. And there is this giant insect-like being. It resembled like a praying mantis. And I just looked at it and I started screaming. As I did, he sprayed me with some type of bluish gray liquid. I ran away from the barn and I noticed that this grayish liquid was evaporating very quickly. I was very terrified. I mean, it's like, what in the world am I looking at? And for an 8-year-old, I mean, you don't know what to think. There was one time I was going over to a friend's house, and I'm walking behind the barn and going through a field. And I get the impression I am being watched, but I didn't see anyone. And then I hear a sound like the mooing of a cow, and I see my head coming up from behind the bush. And I'm looking at it, and I'm saying, is that a head? Are those eyes? I start getting scared, and then suddenly I said to myself, why is it so bright? And I just fainted or just fell down and curled up into a ball. And there were several little grays standing around. But the next...
Again, your V is 0. Again, your fee is 0. Now let's take the fourth sentence. Ready?
I'll never get out.
Again.
Even better. keep talking about me. Why won't they let me alone for a few years and then let them off the collar? There's no sense in saying that, but I know that. Oh no, don't let them take me in there. I'll never get out. Oh God, what will happen to me now?
University as a janitor, you fucking dickhead.
All of them. The men and women from every walk of life.
You seem to be having technical difficulties down here at Arkham Radio, but we've relocated to Miskatonic University. Hopefully we can get all these kinks worked out soon, sooner than later. Everybody be safe out there.
Yet, given proper care, they can still adjust, make new friends to ease the passing of years. Some patients are disturbed, unable to care for themselves in normal life situations. Some patients are disturbed, unable to care for themselves in normal life situations. Others are physically as well as mentally ill. Many are capable of limited adjustment, able to work at varied tasks within the hospital, within the hospital, within the hospital, within the hospital, within the hospital. A farmer who had never set foot outside his home county till he came here, facility for effective treatment. Deterioration, chronic conditions, limit hope for some. Others may go home tomorrow for effective treatment. Meanwhile, they're living here, 3,200 men and women, all gathered together in a modern mental institution, a city in itself, complete with every facility for effective treatment. Though shortages in hospital personnel do exist, patients are secure and comfortable, and most of them are happy. For while mere custodial care can never be enough, a favorable environment and human comforts are essential in any therapeutic system. For most, meals are served cafeteria style. Food is plentiful and good, an investment in patient health. The therapy of busy hands. Recovery and release. Recovery and release. The patients tell you the power plant smokestack is 525 feet tall. They seem to take a personal pride in it. Maybe because power is so important here. The sick must have heat and light. There's water to be pumped, and food cooked, and laundry washed. Patients must be housed. Things center on human needs and comfort. Things center on human needs and comfort. In a Vita
You got a baby? Oh, it's heavy. You know, I've never been to a radio station before.
You're listening to Arkham Radio, broadcasting from Miskatonic University. We're taking calls and requests.
Arkham Radio. So I was just driving down the freeway, and I saw this weird, deformed thing up on top of a gut truck with a wolf man eating all these guts. And anyways, he stopped for fuel, and I told him about this weird little deformed thing. He chased off the wolf man. But this weird deformed thing, it looks like it's like a baby. But it has like a leg going out of its fucking head. And, I mean, it's all deformed and fucked up looking, but it's also like a genius. I think there's like AI built into it. I don't know, but did somebody lose a weird fucked up human AI amalgam thing? Or did they like loan it to a wolf man? Anyways, I was thinking you should play that song Human Breaker. I mean, it seems like it'd be fitting, you know, 'cause somebody done broke this fucking human here.
My son, there are afflictions many, and woes many, that come of the errors of men in respect of the will. But there is none greater than this, the interference of the busybody. For they make pretense to know a man's thought better than he doth himself, and to direct his will with more wisdom than he, and to make plans for his happiness. And of all these, the worst is he that sacrifices himself for the weal of his fellows. He that is so foolish as not to follow his own will, how shall he be so wise as to pursue that of another? If mine horse balk at a fence, should some varlet come behind him and strike at his hoofs? Nay, son, pursue thy path in peace. That thy brother beholding thee may take courage from thy bearing, and comfort from his confidence, that thou wilt not hinder him by thy superfluity of compassion. Let me not begin to tell thee of the mischiefs that I have seen, whose root was in kindness, whose flower was in self-sacrifice, and whose fruit in catastrophe. Verily, I think there should be no end thereof. Strike, rob, slay thy neighbor, but comfort him not, unless he ask it of thee. And if he ask it, be wary. Be wary.
that really my name? Everything's so mixed up.
To license it.
If aliens were to come here, they would keep themselves secret, because the only things they would want here were things that would be new to them. And as soon as they revealed themselves, we would refocus our entire culture toward them, and that would end it. And so if the second reason for the secrecy is that they want to learn from us things that are new to them.
In the early 1980s, thousands of people were having strange visions of alien creatures, their own abduction, and bizarre medical experiments. They kept it a secret and feared that they were going crazy,
with what I perceived to be long faces with big black slanted bulging eyes staring at me. A lot of noise and activity around me. Something was fired into the side of my head, a little needle.
In the early 1980s, thousands of people were having strange visions of alien creatures, their own abduction, and bizarre medical experiments. They kept it a secret and feared that they were going crazy. But then a man named Whitley Strieber wrote a book called Communion about his own abduction experience. It was a breakthrough for all those people who felt it was finally safe to come forward.